Hi, welcome all. In this video, we will see handling elements part 4. So as part of this video, we'll look into handling JavaScript alerts and handling frames. So what is JavaScript alert and what is frame and how we can handle all these things we'll discuss in this video. First, go to the application which we are seeing, demo.automationtesting.in/register.html. Here when you go to switch to menu and if you go to alerts, so here you'll have one button. When I click on this, you see that you will find this kind of pop-up, demo.automationtesting.in says I am an alert box and OK button. So if I want to click on this, it's a normal button. If it is a normal button, then we can directly right click on that, inspect that, find that web element and then click. Very simple. The same way what we are doing for this button. This is also one of the buttons, right? Click the button to display an alert box. When I right click on this, I'm able to inspect. But when I click, if I try to right click on this, even it is not responding. So this is not part of this web page. This is OS-based, means we'll say this is JavaScript alert. Okay. So when you go to Firefox, it will be more clear. You see that this kind of, it depends upon the browser you are using, the look and feel, but the information is same and the functionality is same. So this is not web based, this is window based, so OS based and browser based. So I cannot inspect this. So if you encounter this kind of alert, how can you handle this? So as I cannot inspect this, I cannot write XPath, ID, CSS, I cannot use any locator to handle this. Click this. So how can you handle? So for that, we have a provision in Selenium. So we have one of the interfaces called alert. Okay. So we have different kinds of alert with OK and cancel. When I click on this, you have cancel and OK. Here only OK. Alert with text box. You see that? You have something in this. If I enter something in this, okay, hello Krishna, how are you today? Yes. If I change that to Selenium tester, okay, hello Selenium tester, how are you today? So you can enter something into this, but I cannot inspect this, right? I'm not getting inspect option here. So how can you handle this kind of alerts? So we'll see one by one. Let's go to the Eclipse. We'll create a class. Handling JavaScript alerts. Okay, the same way I'll copy paste something from here. So driver we need. Driver need here. I'll import this. Now instead of register.html, this is alerts.html. So I need to change little bit. That's it. So once I go there, I need to inspect this element. So I have a div and I have ID called OK tab. Okay, I'll take that. So driver dot find element by dot ID dot I can directly use here click. So I'm clicking on that, and after that I'm just giving a pause. Thread dot sleep 3000, otherwise I'll make it 5000, means 5 seconds. I'll add throws declaration. So now this is the time. Till here we'll give a try whether it is clicking on that button or not. Run as Java application. You see that it clicked on that and I'm able to see this alert box. So now I need to click on this. Okay, how you can do that? So I already told you that I cannot use XPath or these things how I am using here, as that is not web based, and we know that we cannot automate window based applications using Selenium. So we have one of the alternates and the provision in Selenium that we can directly handle those. The reason is this kind of element is very frequent in our applications. So many ways you can, so many places you can see JavaScript alert. So that is the reason Selenium has given an option to handle this easily. So we have one of the options called alert. So you see that alert org.openclear.selenium, and you can see this is I means interface. Like this, if you see C, green color C, it is class. Okay, so alert is coming from org.openclear.selenium package. Alert, you just give an instance. I'll say alt, whatever name you can give, otherwise you can give alert also. Now here the syntax is driver instance dot switch to dot, you see alert. Now the focus automatically goes to alert. Driver dot switch to dot alert means automatically the focus goes to the alert. Now on that alert, what you want to do? Okay, so now I'll give one more time thread.lib to see, otherwise it will be very fast, you cannot even observe what is happening. Okay. Now once you say alert dot, you have some of the methods in this. So one of the methods is accept. Okay, accept will click on OK button. Accept will click on OK button. So now we'll give a try whether this is working fine or not. We have switched our focus to alert. On that we are clicking on that OK button by using accept method. So we'll give a try. So it's very fast, I don't know why. Sleep. Seconds. We'll give it a try one more time. You see that? It will wait for 5 seconds. Yeah, hit click OK. Right. So it's working fine. This is how you need to handle JavaScript alerts. That simple it is. Frankly speaking, so this is the thing we need to do. So only this single line and then some methods inside that. Okay. I'll just give a hint that handling JS with only OK button. Okay, the JavaScript it is having only OK button. So now what I'll do, it clicks on the OK button or it simulates clicking on OK button. So that accept method. Now we'll see the second one is handling JS with OK and cancel button. Right, we have one more thing. Now let it be. What we can do, I need to first click on this one. Once I come here, I need to click on this left tab, alert with OK and cancel. So I'll inspect this. So I have a href called cancel tab. Okay, hash capital cancel tab. I'll write CSS selector or XPath. Okay, first what I'll do, driver dot find element by dot CSS selector. Inside this, that is a anchor tag. Href is an attribute called hash cancel tab dot click. Right, once I click, it will come here and I need to click on this. So this is, I have ID straight away, cancel tab. Okay, so I'll click on this. When I click, I'll find this both. Okay, driver dot find element by dot id dot id dot click. So till here we come. Now once I click on this, first what I'll do, I'll click on cancel, then you'll get you pressed cancel, and then again I'll click on this and I'll click OK, and you will see you pressed OK. It is just to, what you say, to get the confirmation whether it is working fine or not. Manually when I'm doing here, see how you'll make sure that whether it clicked on OK or cancel. Okay, it is a dummy application. In the real-time application, when you click OK, it may perform some action or some function. But here I do not have any, it's very dummy. So if I click cancel, you'll get you pressed cancel. If I click OK, you pressed OK to get that confirmation. So now what I'll do here, again I need to write this one. Right, I already declared alert here. That is the reason it will not give option to again to initialize this. So that is the reason I'm using the same alert, no problem. So otherwise I can, what I can do here, I'll make it class level. Then I can use how many times I want. And it should be static as we are using in the static method. So I'll remove this. So all are referring to the same alert instance. So once I go there, I'll do the same thing, like I'll wait for this and I'll click on this. So the reason why I'm giving thread.sleeps and why I'm pausing the execution is, then only you'll come to know that whether it is working fine, otherwise it will be very fast. Even I cannot recognize whether it is executing or not. Okay, so alert.accept. Now what I can do, I'll try to print this text. We already know that, right? Get text method. So we'll use get text method to read this. So how to do this? Yeah, ID equal to demo, we have ID. Right. So I'll take one more string text. I'll make it static. Once I come here, alert.accept text is equals to, we have driver dot find element by dot id. What is that id? Sorry, demo dot get text. So I'll just print that this out. The text after clicking OK button. Right. Text. Now, once it's done, what I'll do the same thing again. What I'm explaining is, see, I clicked here, click OK, then I want to click again and then cancel and I read. So what I'll do the same thing again, here, till there. I copy it, same thing. So after that, I need to click on cancel button. It is clicking OK button. But how to click on cancel button? We have alt dot dismiss. Dismiss is a method to simulate clicking on cancel button. Okay, clicking on cancel button will simulate by using dismiss method. Accept means OK button, dismiss means cancel button. Okay, once I cancel that, I'll do the same thing. I'll print again after clicking cancel button. Okay, I'm getting the same text at the same place with the demo ID, and then I'm getting the text I'm printing. So what I'm doing, first I'm clicking the left tab and then I'm clicking that tab. Once I pop-up is up here, I'm doing the same thing. I'll switch to alert and then accept. Accept will simulate OK button, clicking, then I'm getting the text and I'm printing. And the same way, once again I'm clicking on the cancel tab. Once I get the pop-up, I'm switching to that, and again I'm clicking on the alert.dismiss means clicking on cancel button. Once it is cancelled, I'm getting the text to verify whether it is giving the cancel one or not. Okay, now we'll give it a try. So it will execute both the first button and second button. So it's the first one. It will click OK. Second one, you see, cancel and OK. After 5 seconds, yeah, you pressed OK. Now again it click. Now it will click cancel. Yeah, you press cancel. That's it. It's working perfectly fine. So when you go to the console, you see that the text after clicking OK button, you pressed OK, it is getting. And the text after clicking cancel button, you pressed cancel. So both are working fine. So we'll try to execute once again if you want to see. Please observe carefully. Something went wrong. No alert text. Okay, anyhow, the situation has come. See, it has clicked, as it is already told, it is a dummy application. Sometimes it is not working, it seems. When I click OK, if it is not coming, after clicking, it is trying to switch to this alert. Okay, if it is not finding that alert, you see that you will get this exception. r.openkey.selenium. No alert present exception. No such alert. So it is trying to switch to one alert, but that alert is not present. So that's the time you will get this kind of exception, that no alert present exception. Okay, there is a chance that you may get interview questions that what kind of exception you will get in alerts. Okay, so anyhow, it's good that it's not working. So it's not easy to replicate those things. Yeah, this time it is working. So click on OK. Okay, now it's cancel and OK. Just observe that text. It will give you pressed OK now. Yeah, and now it will change the you press cancel after clicking on cancel button. Yeah, working perfectly fine. So this is how you will handle these things. Now we'll move further, and what we can do, we go to this, and this time alert with text box. Okay, so when I click on this, you see that you have something, please enter your name. This text, I want to read this text, I want to get this text, how you'll get, and I want to enter something into this, and then click OK. You see that hello something, how are you today, right? Sometimes I want to verify the text on the pop-up JavaScript alert, right? So how you do that? Okay, now we'll try to inspect this first. This is href hash text box. Okay, after that I'll inspect this one also. This is text box. Okay, first we'll try to find these two elements and we'll try to click on those. So here I can write handling JavaScript with some text and text box. Okay, now driver dot find element by dot, and this time I'll use XPath. Okay, what is that? Star, and then at the rate href is equals to, what is that, hash text box dot click, and then driver dot find element by dot id, and the id also text box dot click. So once I'm done, and I need to use the same alt. Okay, and then the first thing what I'll do, I need to get the text, right? I need to get the text. So string JS text means JavaScript, what do you say, alert, JS alert text is equals to, how we have accept and dismiss, the same way alert dot you have get text method. How we have for a web element, you see that for a web element how you have a get text method, the same way you have the same method with in the alert interface. So alert dot get text, simple. Now I'll print that the alert text is, and I'll do JS alert text. I'm just printing that. Once it is done, anyhow I am on the same pop-up already, so I click. So now what I'll do, I need to enter something into that text box, right? Alert dot, how we have a send keys method for a web element. The same method is here in the alert interface also. So send keys, very simple, no need to remember more methods. The same get text method, same send keys method. I'll say Selenium tester. Okay, I'll enter something into that. After that I need to click on OK. So how can I do that? Alert.accept. So now read the text. The text, right? What is the text? Here I'll say Selenium tester and click OK, means accept. Then you see that hello Selenium tester, how are you today? And when I inspect this, this is demo 1. You see that ID is called demo 1. So now I will try to print that driver dot find element by dot ID. This is demo 1 dot get text, right? Now I will print that. Simply the text is the text after entering in JavaScript alert. Okay, now I'll just print text. That's it. We are done everything. All type of alerts we have seen. Right. Now we'll try to execute whole scenario, all the JavaScript alerts. So right click, run as Java application. So it will go one by one. Just observe carefully. I think one is done, but that is very fast. Sometimes I don't know. It's very fast. So that is the reason I am getting the no alert. You see that? No alert present exception. So we give a try once again. You see that this time it is working. So it will wait for 5 seconds and it will click OK. Done. The second scenario, cancel and OK button simulation. You pressed OK. Now it will give you pressed cancel. Yeah. Now it has to enter something into that. Yeah. You see that it's very fast. Hello Selenium tester, how are you today? And you should get the same thing here. You see that the alert text is please enter your name, and after that hello Selenium tester, how are you today? So what we'll do, after entering something here, I'll give some pause. The reason is very fast. I'll give 3 seconds here. Now we'll give a try again. Yeah, it's working now. Now after entering something, it will wait. So it's very fast. It's not waiting. But anyhow, you see that Selenium tester, it is coming means you enter. Otherwise it will not come. Right. So it's working fine. We are able to handle all this kind of JavaScript alerts. Alert with OK, alert with OK and cancel, and alert with text box. You see that we handled all kind of pop-ups. Very important, one of the interview questions. 99% you will face any question from this topic. Very important. The reason is you are forcefully switching to that alert. Okay, otherwise it cannot handle. Okay, this is overall about handling JavaScript alerts in Selenium. Okay. Now we'll see the next topic. What is that? Handling frames. So we'll see handling frames. Now, what do you mean by frame? So frame is typically you are dividing your web page into some sections, some frames. Okay, you are dividing your web page into some sections. That for that purpose you'll use frames. So we have two tags. Okay? We have two tags called, one is frames and second is iframe. Most of the times nowadays people use iframes, not frames. So frames is an old concept. So even though if you found somewhere, you need to use, means you need to know how to handle. The iframe means the frame is normal web page, you want to segregate into some sections, then you use frame. Then what do you mean by iframe? Iframe is a tag to display content from other websites. Okay, frame is displaying your own content, but iframe is to display the content from other websites. So other websites means in some web pages you will find that weather information, right? There will be a small window kind of thing, there you will get weather information. So that is not developed by the people who are maintaining that website. There are some options that you will directly go there and you'll get that, and you'll just display that into your website. So we'll try to search something if we found something like what do you say? We'll try to go we'll find iframe sample code. So HTML iframe tag. It will something like that, iframe tag. So you see that something like this, iframe width equal 560, height equal 315, and then here source is giving some YouTube link. So then it will show something like this. It's a frame. Inside the frame you see this YouTube video, but this video is coming from other source, but you are displaying into your web page. Sometimes I'll say weather iframe. Best free weather plugins for iframe. You see that this kind of pop-up you will get, right? San Francisco thunderstorm current. This is coming from using some iframe kind of things. We'll give a try, otherwise no problem. But it's just the knowledge that if you want to show something from other sites, you see that you see get HTML code. So you have to take this code and you need to place in your iframe tag. Okay, so if you want to display this kind of, then get HTML code. Okay, copy this, put it into your iframe. You see iframe ID code forecast embed, something like this. Then you will get this kind of the information which is provided by them, the same way it will display in your web page. This is all about just information about iframe. There is a reason of using iframe. So what is the issue with this? Why to talk about all these things? Okay, so I'll go to switch to alerts. So this is an iframe. Inside iframe I have a text box. and I can write something in this. So what I can do, so now we'll see how to handle this. I'll go to Eclipse. So we forgot to do one thing here. So I executed in the Chrome tab. What about first what I'll do, I'll create one class handling frames, and I'll copy paste this much code in this, and I'll go back to handling JavaScript alerts, and what I'll do, I'll use the same code for Gecko driver, means Firefox. We'll see how it works there. I'll import this. So I'll just give a try. Java application. This time it has to work with Firefox. So it's opening Firefox. Yeah, it's Firefox, it's open. We'll see the look and feel of this. You see that? OK button. Yeah, I clicked on OK button. Now it is doing for the cancel and OK. Yes. Now it will enter something into this. Yeah, you see that Selenium tester entered, and we wait for 3 seconds. Yeah, it's done. Hello Selenium tester, how are you today? Right, it's working fine in Firefox also. Okay, just I want to show that. Now we'll see handling frames. So it's very simple. It's web based. When I right click on this, I'm getting inspect element. So what is that? I'll try to get the copy XPath. Okay, you have one of the options in Chrome that you right click on that, go to copy XPath, copy selector. It will directly give you, but you cannot, it's not a best practice to use that. You have to write your own. Okay. So I do not want to waste the time here, and it is not very clear. It's very bad HTML. That is the reason I'm taking this. Right click on the element which you want, copy XPath. Okay. It's very simple, right? I'll find this text box and enter in something into that Selenium, send keys, and I'll enter something into this. What is the big deal here? So we'll try driver dot find element by dot XPath. So it is giving something like this. I think it's starting from the slash HTML, means this is what absolute XPath. Send keys. I'll just try to enter Selenium in the text box. That's it. And I need to give here frames.html. Okay, we'll give a try. We'll see what is the issue. Then we'll try to resolve. It's loaded and it is not entering in anything into this. And I'll close the browser. We'll see what is the issue. You see that? When some element is not found by using the locator which we have given, then you will get no such element exception. You see that? No such element, unable to locate element. The method is XPath and the selector is this one. Means by using this XPath, I am not able to find any element on the web page, and then it is giving arc.openqa.selenium. No such element exception. Okay, you will get this kind of exception. So when you are very confident that the X path you have given is correct, and even though you are getting no such element exception, first thing what you need to do is you need to suspect that whether it is inside a frame. You see that here you are getting some box kind of, that is a frame, but in your real time application you will not see something like this. They will not make you visible. Okay, at that time it will be very confusing that what is the issue. I am giving the actual X path, even though why it is not working, why it is saying no such element exception. So that's time. First thing what you need to do, you need to right click on that element. So I am not seeing anything, then just right click nearby that, just above that. Okay, otherwise just after that, see, around that element you just right click. Then you will see one of the options called, you see that view frame source, reload frame. When you are getting these options, then there is a frame, that is the reason it is not finding this element. Okay, when you right click on the same element, you may not get, just around that. You see that view page source and view page source, view frame source. And how it will be in the this one, we will go to switch to frames, which is Firefox. When you right click on that element, you see that here you can click on that particular element, you see this frame. So when you are getting this frame, means it is inside a frame. Okay, that time how you can handle. So if it is inside a frame, you need to switch to that frame first. How we switch it to the JavaScript alert? The same way you have to switch to that frame. So for that you have 3 ways. Okay, we'll discuss that. One is using index, and the second one is using name, and the third one is using web element. Okay, these are the 3 ways. First we'll see one by one. So index means we cannot know. When I right click and inspect element, the issue is sometimes even you will not get the iframe here. You see that iframe ID equals single frame. So sometimes it is not even visible. If you are getting, no problem. If it is not getting, don't know how to handle, you will not come to know. So even then also you have, see, nowadays maximum 1 or 2 iframes will be there, not more than that. Okay, so we can give a blind guess that, assume first there is only one frame. Okay, there is only one frame, so index will be 0. If you have 2 frames, 0 and 1. So just try with random numbers, giving the index 0, giving the index 1. If 0 is not working, then try with 1. Definitely it will work. Okay, then here what we need to do, driver dot switch to dot frame. You see that we have 3 overloaded methods: frame int argument 0, frame string arg 0, frame web element arg 0. So 3 ways. So I'll give 0. Okay, I'll give 0, and I'm doing driver dot find element xpath send keys. Okay, so I'll give a try. Run as Java application. Previously it is not entering something into the text box, now it has to enter. The reason is I already switched to that. You see that it entered Selenium. I'm not getting any exception. Okay, so it's working fine. So if it is 0 is not working, just try with 1, that's it. Okay, I have only 1 frame, that is the reason it's working fine with index. Now using name, I don't think so. You have name, we'll go there and check. Yeah, name equals single frame. So if you have name attribute, then only you can use using name, otherwise it is not possible. Remember, you should have driver dot switch to dot frame, and here if you have name attribute, then only it is possible, otherwise it is not possible. Okay, now I'll click on this, sorry, I'll run on that by using the single frame name. So this time also it should work. Okay, you see that it's working fine. It is entering serial name inside the text box. So this way also it's working fine. Now we'll give a third option. Very simple, using index or name or web element. Web element means what? This frame web element. So right click on that, copy, try to get the XPath. Okay. Otherwise you have ID, right? ID single frame. Directly you can find that element. Driver dot find element. Sorry. Yeah, first you need to find that, right? By dot ID. What is that ID? Single frame. And you need to store that web element frame equals to this one. I need to import this. Then driver dot switch to dot frame. I need to give the frame here. Actually I thought of writing this entire code here, so it's not a best practice. That is the reason I'm storing in a web element frame and I'm giving that frame. So now we found that frame and I'm switching to that frame using web element, the third way. So we'll try again whether it is entering or not. Okay, this is also working fine. Alright, so now what is the issue that here after entering something I want to click on this iframe with an iframe. Okay, so I'll inspect this anchor href equal multiple. Okay, very simple. I am entering something into this. After that I want to go to this location, this tab. I just want to click on this. I'll find that element, I click on that, right? So driver dot find element by dot CSS selector, and what is that CSS selector? A href is equals to hash multiple dot click. Right, we'll see what is the issue with this. There is something to discuss, that is the reason I'm doing that. So it enters something into that and I'm getting some exception. What is that? No such element exception again. Why? But straight away I have a element, I'm not able to click on that. Why? So when you go inside the frame, means when you switching to the frame, you have to come out of that frame. Okay, in the frames, when you go into a frame, you need to come out of that frame. So how you will come out of that frame? So to come out of all the frames, we have driver dot switch to dot default content. Okay, default content, then it will come out of all the frames. If you have frame inside frame and another frame inside that frame, another inside that frame, if something like that also, if you say default content, it will come out of that in all the frames, and now it is on the default content means normal web page, then it will click. So we'll give a try. You see that? Now it clicked. That is the reason. Now we are able to see. See, I have a frame, inside that another frame, inside that I have text box. Then how you can handle this? Okay. So just random like inspect. I'm not very sure whether there is a name or not. I'll close this. This is opened by Selenium. So I'll go here, inspect. Multiple frames. This one. I don't know, single frame. Okay, just you try yourself, but I'll take index. Okay. So first driver dot find. The reason here is, see, on a single page you have two frames. One is single frame, another is this one. So this is 0th frame, this is first frame. Inside that I have one more frame, that is only single frame. That is the reason the inside one is 0th index. So first I need to go to driver dot switch to dot frame. So I'm out of all the frames, so I'll take one means the second frame. Inside that I have switch to dot frame of 0, as I have only one thing. Now I need to find that element and I need to enter something into that. Inspect, input, I will copy XPath, driver dot find element by dot XPath. Dot send keys, I will say web driver. Yeah, that's it. So frames in handling frames inside frame. Okay, I'll write here frames inside another frame. Okay, now we'll just give it a try. Yeah, you see that it is entering inside this web driver. So it's working fine. According to your requirement, you need to inspect and you need to act. But here I am giving that all the possibilities and how to handle. Right, now you are able to work with JavaScript alerts and frames. I discussed everything. Okay, this is how you have to work with JavaScript alerts and frames. Okay, that's all in this video. Thank you.